Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. Thursday Hoops. It's David Lee and the Golden State Warriors up against LeBron James and the Miami Heat. And now we send it out to American Airlines Arena. Kevin Clark and Steve are there, courtside, ready for tip-off.
Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. Bringing you another exciting NBA broadcast here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joining me, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr. Now, Golden State's starting five. David Lee and Andris Biedrins up front. Monte and Curry in the backcourt. And it's Wright in at the small forward. And for Miami, Wade and LeBron fill out the wings. Joel Anthony is out there with Chris Bosh. And it's Chalmers in at the point.
You knew the big three when they came together, guys, that they would be good. But they did a pretty decent job, I thought, of finding complementary players to fill out the roster after a big chunk of the salaries went to the big three.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Up top, Wright, covered by LeBron. They get a hand on it.
Boy, that's a wonderful read and react play to pick that pass off.
Guarded by Wright. Blocked. Here's Golden State now. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mark Jackson.
Well, he said they can't afford to be too passive tonight offensively. He wants to see movement, activity, and energy at that end of the court. And if he gets it, he said he likes their chances, even if the shots aren't falling for them right away. Kevin?
Okay, Doris, thanks. So Clark and Steve, they'll be focusing first and foremost on their offense today.
And I guess what they're thinking, guys, is if they can get going at that end of the floor, it'll carry over to the defensive end.
Well, that's generally the way it works. I mean, offense feeds your defense and vice versa, but if you can bring energy and score points early, that's going to be a huge help for this club today.
Now, here's Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot. Chalmers has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Curry.
You know, guys, thinking back to Chalmers in the NBA Finals last year, he was one of the Heat's role players that I thought really ramped it up in a tough series and helped out the big three quite a bit.
Here's Biedrins. Curry backing down. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ellis. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, you brought up Chalmers, Clark. I mean, he was really, really good in that final series against Dallas. He knocked down his three-point shots, did a nice job of running the club, and I think really made a case for being the future starting point guard for the Miami Heat.
Here's Chalmers after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Here's Wade, open and close, and nails it.
And guys, you just got to love this offensive skill set. I mean, that's what he does, and that's who he is.
And here is Ellis. Wade picks him up. It's Curry outside. That's good. Curry's got 6.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, come on, you got to understand who you're defending.
Bosh, a screen on Ellis. Here's Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
The Warriors leading. Now Curry. He's got 6. Funny shot. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Curry.
You know, some criticize the hiring of Mark Jackson by the Warriors because he has no prior coaching experience, but he's full of confidence. He's a leader. I think he's going to be a tremendous success there. I don't doubt it at all.
Now here's LeBron. Anthony dishes to LeBron. Tries to keep it alive.
Well, on the pump fake, the ball was exposed, and that allowed him to get a hand on it and take it away.
And Wright kicks to Curry. Here's Biedrins. He dishes it to Wright. He's picked up by LeBron. Here's Lee, goes up, and he converts the layup.
Well, talking about Mark Jackson and his inexperience, remember Doc Rivers did the same thing. He took over Orlando without any coaching experience, and Doc has turned into one of the best coaches in the NBA. So Mark Jackson could be on a similar path. Very bright, very energetic, that can really relate to the players. I think he's a good fit for Golden State.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, the Warriors have always played a very exciting style, but it hasn't translated well to the road. In fact, last season they went just 10-31 away from Oakland.
A different look for Miami. Haslam comes in for Joel Anthony, and Mike Miller subbed in for Dwayne Wade. It was Amundsen who's checked in for Golden State. Williams comes in for Monte Ellis. .122 left to play here in the first. He passes to Chalmers. And Curry picks him up defensively. Chalmers against Curry. Good. Here's Curry. He's got 6. Williams inside the line. Can't get it to go. And Miami will go the other way with the ball. Now here's Curry. Three-pointer. Good. Curry's got 9.
They're clicking offensively. A nice rhythm here, coming out strong.
Shooting an excellent percentage. That's why they've got the lead.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Miller, the pass to Bosh. Releases, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And he knows how to finish when he gets that close to the hoop.
Williams with the ball. Outside Curry. Over Chalmers. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Williams. And that's 11 points for Steph Curry. Got it off in time. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Warriors on top, up 6.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
We'll be back momentarily. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Here's Wade.
Well, here's a little factoid for you. With LeBron switched to Miami, guys, he was the first reigning MVP to change teams since Moses Malone back in 1982. Crazy stuff. And remember what happened when Moses Malone changed teams. That team, Philadelphia, went on to win the NBA title in '83.
With Dr. J.
Dr. J and Mo Cheeks. That was my rookie year. So I remember banging heads against those guys. Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah.
So with Bosh on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got Mike Miller. Haslam's out there with Joel Anthony. And it's LeBron James. And it's Wade in at the 1. Here's Ellis, following the basket by LeBron James. Clock at 6. Leans inside, can't get it to go. And Miami will go the other way with the ball. Back to what you said about LeBron. Like you said, you just don't see MVPs want to change teams. They're happy where they are. Steve, you can probably talk about that too. It's rare.
It is rare. Shaquille O'Neal left Orlando for L.A. Steve Nash left Dallas for Phoenix. Now, granted, those guys weren't on the same level as LeBron at the time, but it does happen occasionally. But, hey, look, LeBron, probably the biggest athlete, biggest star in the NBA, so it made big news.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Guys, Chris Bosh has always been on the slender side for an NBA big man. He said, quote, "I guard guys every day feeling like I wish I was that big, but I'm not going to try to be something I'm not. One thing I've learned, just be who you are. I can help this team more by just playing my game. I can shoot the basketball. I work off mismatches. That's what I've always done." And guys with great dribble penetrators like LeBron and D. Wade, a face-up four-man like Bosh, probably a better fit than the type that's going to clog up the paint.
Yeah, his great skill level has always been his edge. Thanks, Doris. Here's Biedrins out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice job there of disrupting that play.
Yeah, nearly came up with the steal.
And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Joel Anthony. House comes in for Mike Miller. And it's Chalmers in for LeBron. And then for Golden State, David Lee's checked in for Biedrins. Udo comes in for Louis Amundsen. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Darrell Wright. Here's Ellis. 5 on the clock. Lets the three fly. And it's Wade with the rebound.
You know, you take a look at the makeup of the Heat and the offensive numbers last year. Not a ton of assists, but a lot of free throw attempts. FTAs, we call them. Seemed like they just played to their strengths, and a lot of that was isolating their star player.
Now here's Wade. And the Heat get another bucket right there. Here's Curry. Well, Clark, you mentioned that stat about the Heat. Steve, surprising they didn't have more assists.
Well, they didn't have a true point guard running things. Mike Bibby was more of a jump shooter, same with Chalmers. But I think a lot of it is that they play very isolation-heavy basketball, as Clark mentioned. Beautiful play there, absorbing the contact and going to the free throw line for one.
Boy, I like the concentration he showed there. He knew he was going to get hit, but kept his eye on the hoop. Now he has a chance at a three-point play.
He can't complete the three-point play.
You know, when you watch Wade in recent years, he's really developed an outstanding post game with a lot of moves at his disposal, and it's based on excellent footwork.
Now here's Ellis. Here's Udo. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's a tie ball game.
Tight spot there to put it in. Perfect pass.
And Clark back to Wade in the post, as you brought up. He has all the tools, don't you think, Steve, to go right at guards, right in that low portion of the lane.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade can pretty much do whatever he wants on the floor. I mean, he's got such great ability athletically, strength-wise, speed-wise. Makes him almost impossible to guard. And I think as you see him get older, we'll see him more and more down on the block, particularly if he works on that footwork, a la Michael Jordan late in his career.
Timeout called, the Heat.
You know, it was a relatively healthy season for the Warriors last year. I mean, the season prior, when you add up the games players missed with injury, it came out to 501, guys.
Wow.
I mean, that's the most since the NBA started tracking the stat in the mid-'80s.
Joel Anthony's checked in for Miami. Miller comes in for Dwayne Wade. Then for the Warriors, Biedrins comes in for Reggie Williams. And Al Thornton subbed in for Monte Ellis. Here's Chalmers. Curry meets him. Here is House. Shot clock at 6. Over Thornton. And that one's good. House. And the Heat lead by 2. And for the Warriors, a new training staff through most of last season. You know, Steve, do you think that might have had something to do with the team staying healthier?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes you just have bad luck, and sometimes you have good luck. I thought the Warriors have the right idea with this franchise. They're trying to get bigger on the front line. They're trying to get younger. They're trying to infuse this roster with talent. And I think they've got a chance to be pretty good in the next few years.
And here's Miller outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
It's been all about ball movement here. Great passing.
Yeah, anytime you've got an unselfish team, the ball will find the open player.
Lee is screen on Chalmers. Puts up the baby hook. And Curry puts it in. Curry's got 13.
Good idea. Hold on to the ball. Take the last shot of the quarter.
Yep.
Here's Chalmers. Again, the Heat good for 2.
I think he anticipated that the defense would be there, and that's why he leaned in like that.
And we'll get back to the action right after this.
And a fun game going on in Miami as HP presents our halftime report. We've seen the Heat slugging it out. They've been airtight with their defensive rebounding. No second chance looks. Getting it done early, D. Wade. He's got 8 points and is scoring efficiently to boot, making the most of his touches. And for Golden State, they've been battling. Offensively, they're all over the court. The fans love this tempo of basketball. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. We're at halftime and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. These two have been the stars so far today, both leading their teams in scoring. And now we send you back out to the game. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Here's Chalmers. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Terrell Wright and David Lee are the forwards. Monte and Curry in the backcourt, and it's Biedrins in at the center position. Chalmers against Ellis. Back to Curry. Here's the three. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Curry's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors.
Monte Ellis last year led the NBA with 4 different 40-point-plus games. I mean, just a creative, explosive scorer, and he's got that mid-range pull-up that he can use at any time.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the staples of the Heat's success last season was their defense. LeBron said, we start with defense, and if we get stops, then it's open court for us. Perhaps the biggest part of their success was their intensity and athleticism on the defensive end, turning into transition points on the offensive end. They are fearsome on the break, guys. Back to you.
All right, Doris.
Make no mistake about it. They were an incredible team on defense last season.
Yeah, no question about that. They finally were broken in that final series against Dallas, but throughout the playoffs until the finals, Miami's defense was spectacular.
James. Again, the Heat good for 2. And when you talk about Monte Ellis, we talk about him a lot. His offensive arsenal, he's also added a three-point shot now, which has been so effective.
Yeah, he shot a solid 36% from long range last season, Kevin, and shot almost 5 threes a game. Defenders have to play him for the drive, so he's got space to shoot that 3 most times.
Wade outside. Back to LeBron. Now Wright defending. And it's blocked. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Well, nice work to hang around and just put themselves in this position.
And here is Curry. He's got 16. Clock at 6. Lee against Bosch. And again, it's David Lee. Lee's got 4 points this quarter.
What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him. Bring help and make him move the ball.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, the big story, of course, a year ago for Miami was the formation of the big three, LeBron, Wade, and Bosch. And although it took some time for those three to click, eventually they figured it out.
A different look for Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Joel Anthony. Eddie House subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And then for Golden State, Lewis Amundsen, he's checked in for Biedrich. And it's Williams in for Steph Curry. Here is House. Now Wade puts it up, and the layup is good. Wade's got 10 points. Here's Ellis.
It's the first time since having Shaq in Miami where Wade didn't really have to carry the load all by himself. I know he feels good about that, but he still managed to contribute when he needs to.
Now here's Williams. The three is launched. That is good. 6 points for him.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
Well, going back, Clark, to Wade, as you were talking about him, it must have been nice for him to not have to score 30 points a game to give the Heat a chance to win in the playoffs for once. And, Steve, we saw that all the way right through the finals.
Well, it was huge for him to be able to share that scoring load with LeBron. LeBron kind of suffered offensively in that final series against Dallas, but for the most part, Wade and LeBron just a terrific 1-2 punch all season long, and they are poised to make another run to the finals this year.
Here's Ellis. The Heat knocking down the tray, down to 5 on the shot clock. With the clock winding down, and again it's David Lee. Lee's got 8.
Well, they've really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
And Haslem backs down. Turnaround Jay, and it's Miami with another.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround. Time running down now at the end of the quarter. They could go 2 for 1 if they decide to.
And I think that's what they need to do if the shot's there.
Here is Amundsen. Williams in the post. Wade is covering. Launches a 3. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist from David Lee. That's 7 points for Ellis. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's LeBron. He's got 7. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, plenty of contact there. Easy call.
Steve, when you miss a shot like that, you know he got hit on the way up.
The first one falls. Both teams deciding to change it up. He's perfect from the line this time. That will count. No good. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, the points have really come in bunches for him so far, and not really a surprise because you know exactly what he can do.
Well, he's been in the groove all game long, Steve, and not too many hiccups in regards to his shooting, but we also have come to expect this from him, so we're not surprised by it.
Warriors lead by 1. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Hey guys, well, it was the stretch by the Warriors that garners the Sprite Spark today. Some fantastic effort and work on the defensive end in the third period has been crucial to them gaining control and setting the tone. Most important for them, building the lead. We'll see if they can keep it, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Everything really clicked for them, Clark, during that run.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it ignited them offensively.
To the point, Clark, where they were really in complete control at that end of the floor.
So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Haslem's out there with LeBron James. Then there's Joel Anthony. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Miller in at the two-guard position. Picked up by Ellis. Miller kicks to LeBron. Udo's there. Lifts up. Blocked. The Warriors leading. Curry dishes to Lee. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
Tell you what, they've done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Back to Miller. Miller, right side. Over Thornton, and that one's good by Miller. Miller's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Ellis with it. Anthony with the block. And here is Chalmers. He's guarded by Ellis. On the wing, Miller. He's guarded by Thornton. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Some changes for Golden State. Andres Biedrins, who's checked in for Lee. Wright comes in for Al Thornton. And it's Williams in for Monte Ellis. Here's Chalmers. 4 on the clock. A 3. And the Heat, another 3.
You know, he didn't have too much space to get that shot off, but for him, he had enough.
Warriors trail by 4. Now Curry. Fires the 3, and that one's good. Curry's got 19 points.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep, of their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Timeout called, the Heat.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. His message, we've put ourselves in a great position. We're right where we want to be. Don't get caught up in the moment. Simply stay focused and remember to do what you're supposed to do. Do your job. Guys, sounds simple enough.
The jump hook. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
Man, they are both lighting it up here.
Exciting basketball, Steve. I mean, it's been back and forth, each side dropping in points every chance they get.
Now here's Biedrins. Here's Wright. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Chalmers. And Curry picks him up defensively. Back to Wade. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Lee comes in for Andres Biedrins. And it's Ellison for Udo. Here's Chalmers. Guarded by Curry. Just 5 on the clock. There's the bucket. Good. And the Heat lead by 4.
Look at that dime. On time and on target.
Here's Ellis. The 10-footer. There's David Lee on the assist from Monte Ellis. Ellis has got his 4th assist in this one. And the Heat call time here. They lead by 2. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Eddie House. And Golden State also making a change here. Andres Biedrins, who's checked in for Reggie Williams. .151 left in the game. Here's Wade. He's guarded by Ellis. Ellis against Wade. 5 to shoot. He kicks to Chalmers. A 3-ball. No luck. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Right outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Another 3 goes down, guys.
Yeah, you got to get up into them defensively. I mean, you got to put pressure on guys and make them put the ball on the floor.
LeBron kicks to Chalmers. And Curry picks him up defensively. Wade outside. Outside Bosh. Over right. Money!
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 1. 54 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Curry. Here's Ellis. And Wright gets it to go on the assist from Monte Ellis.
What a huge shot.
That's what happens when you knock it down late.
Now here's LeBron. Now Wright defending. Left side Bosh. Goes up, lays it up, and banks it in. And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, what's that, 7 lead changes already here? So this is a great matchup, guys. 2 competitive teams going at it.
Curry with it. Six to shoot. Takes the 3. Buries the triple.
Tell you what, he's draining the 3-ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they got to find a way to get out there on him.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They actually could shoot a 3 here and go for the win, but I'd expect them to try to send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a shot off inside.
The 3 from LeBron. that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.